Welcome back, everyone. It's time to do something we haven't done for ages here on Cruise1st TV, and that's dedicate a whole show to the biggest cruise company in the world, Carnival. Well, there's lots going on and lots of new gossip to tell you, plus some awesome offers. So here to tell us the latest and guide us through our adventures is Gemma Ashworth from Carnival. Gemma, welcome back. It's nice to see you again. It's been a while, hasn't it?
It has.
And lots of exciting things happening.
Exactly. Lots and lots of stuff going on.
I love Carnival. We all love Carnival. It just puts a smile on your face straight away. And I love that there's two ships now already which have been carnivalised, which have come from the sister cruise company, Costa, so Luminosa.
Yeah.
We've got the new Venezia, which is Venice, which is very Italian styled, and Firenze is coming down the line as well.
It is, so Carnival Fun Italian style we've got going on. So yeah, the Venezia moved into the Carnival family a couple of months ago, and then the Firenze will be joining later on next year as well.
It's perfect actually, because it's a really lovely twist, because everything we know and we love of Carnival, and then combine that with Italian styling with real gondolas inside and all sorts. I mean, that's just a marriage made in heaven, isn't it?
It is. I was lucky enough to go on a one-night sailing at the end of May, and I was blown away by the ship. The design, it's very elegant, like you say, very Italian, loads of art pieces around the ship. And like you say, we have got a real gondola from Venice in the restaurant.
Full size and everything. It's going to be really, really fantastic. Right, very, very exciting stuff. We're off to Australia later in the show, plus a cheeky Caribbean cruise with a stay in Orlando, which we love. But first, let's get our first taste of that Italian twist arriving at Carnival with a Bahamas adventure on the Carnival Venezia, which is Venice in Italian. Is it? I think that's what it is. This one comes with a New York stay as well, so lots of dates available. We're going to home in on the 13th of January for 11 nights in all, starting with a flight from the UK out to New York City. Oh my word, lucky, lucky people. New York, fantastic. Have you been, Gemma?
I have, and I'm actually doing this itinerary at the end of August.
Oh, amazing. You'll have to come back and tell us about it when you have. What's your highlight in New York?
I love all the different excursions that you can do. I done one called The Ride, which is a very unique twist on an excursion. It's all about street theatre, and they take you around in a bus, and it's very interactive. That was my sort of highlight of what I done, as well as the normal Top of the Rock, the Empire State Building.
Got to be done, hasn't it?
Yes.
Right, let's see Carnival Venezia then. And you will love this, because this is going to be something very, very different for Carnival. So what we're seeing right now is general Carnival footage, because we haven't yet been on to film. But tell us the key differences between what we would normally expect on a Carnival ship and how Venezia differs from that.
So it's very Carnival on the inside, so you've got the Costa hardware, but the internal is very Carnival, as in you're going to get the same sort of service, the same sort of entertainment, just with a bit of a twist. So the main difference is the decor. So like I say, it's very elegant and Italian in design, but you're still going to get the same, you know, friendly waiting staff, the same sort of entertainment. We are adding in a few little differences. So we're doing, instead of our normal Lido deck party, we're going to do an Italian street party.
Awesome.
We're doing a masquerade captain's toast as well, so you can bring those Venetian masks along with you if you want to get involved in that.
Oh, brilliant. You can make your own before you go, can't you? And of course, there's a speciality Italian restaurant. There could not be, really, could there? Il Viaggio, which is wonderful, because it's a bit of a step up, actually, in terms of speciality, isn't it?
It is, and I got to dine in there on the one night, and it was spectacular.
Wonderful.
The good thing is as well, though, so our very famous Cucina del Capitano, which is our Italian restaurant on the other ships, you are still going to get meals from there on the main menu included in the price as well, so you've got the best of both worlds.
Oh, also, yeah, I noticed actually there's a lot of included in the fare on this ship. It's absolutely fantastic. Honestly, you've got those wonderful specialty dining that you all know and love from Carnival anyway. Fahrenheit 555, I'm glad to see, is there. Chef's table if you want something really special and individual as well. You are going to absolutely love it. More details on our website at cruise1st.tv. So let's take to the Venezia. Out of New York for 9 nights, first couple of days at sea, and you'll love those. And we're calling into Miami. Oh, my word. Strolling down Ocean Drive, being on South Beach, just looking at those wonderful Art Deco buildings around. Absolutely fantastic. And then let's get out into the Bahamas. First of all, where Jane McDonald always says best shopping in the Bahamas in Nassau. And she would know, she's been there plenty of times as well. But of course, you've got the wonderful beaches there as well. Then we're going into Half Moon Cay. Is it Cay or Key?
Key.
Key. Half Moon Cay. Now, this is Carnival's private resort.
Yes.
So there's loads going on here. Looks absolutely fantastic. You've got so many different choices there. Snorkeling, kayaking, catamarans, paddle boards. I mean, you have got the whole jolly lot. If you want to do absolutely nothing, then of course you can as well and just watch the world go by. It does look absolutely beautiful. A day of sheer bliss. And then we move on to Freeport. Now, you can go horseback riding here. There's a lovely beach tour here. I'm giving you some ideas now, Gemma, as well. Great golf courses near. How's your swing? Any good?
No.
No, me too. Zip lining, would you do that?
Oh, depends how many cocktails I've had prior.
OK, one at a time responsibly, remember. 2 days at sea, and then we'll arrive back into New York and then fly back to the UK. Wonderful opportunity to see something a little bit different from Carnival. So if you've sailed with Carnival before, all of the essential ingredients are there, and of course the number one ingredient in a Carnival cruise is fun, fun, fun all the way. So all the restaurants, all the facilities that you know and you love with that Italian twist as well. It's really authentic and beautiful. So this offers for January. We include in the price, of course, your flight out to New York, a night in a hotel there, and then 9 nights of cruising on Carnival Venezia, cruising out to Miami and the Bahamas. And, of course, your flight back to the UK from New York. Oh, my word. I love it when we've got a guest in here because I know we've got a deal on our hands. You can put a low deposit down on this offer of just £250 each today. And your price tag is absolutely amazing. When are you going on this, Gemma?
End of August.
End of August. Well, listen, you can go, what's this, middle of January, £1,099 each, or £250 each deposit today. And to add a drinks package to this is dead simple. You can do that on board, no worries whatsoever. And there are other dates on the package as well from February through to November next year. Obviously that price will vary by date, but look at this. £1,099 if you can make the 11th of, is it the 11th of January, 13th of January? Do you know what my eyesight needs looking at? And before you pick up the phone, look at these for upgrades. Just 19, and forget Ocean View, £99 more to go balcony. I mean, you wouldn't even look at Ocean View when the price is so little to go to balcony, really, would you?
Yeah, breaking that down per night as well.
Yeah, oh, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Are you going balcony?
I am.
Yeah, of course you are. Of course, well, you have to, so you can come back and tell us all the gossip of how good as well. Now, it's really good price tag as well for those people who want to travel solo as well, because it's not a lot more. Usually, it's more than double the price to go solo on average in the cruising industry. But look at that for a deal, 1349 if you want to go solo. Do you know what? I've got to sneak off on my own on this one myself. It's wonderful. Other dates, of course, from February through to November. But if you can make the 13th of January work for you, we can make £1,099 work for you, as well as the price tag for the whole jolly lot. If you want to extend the stay in New York as well, by the way, just talk to the team. We can add extra nights. But that's a bit of a killer deal, Gemma, right?
It is. I've paid a lot more than that.
Have you? Oh, I'm
I wish
sorry.
I'd have held on.
Well, I'm sorry.
But yeah, amazing deal. And as well, one thing to note as well, obviously, New York in January, we have the retractable roof as well.
Right.
So as you're sailing out of New York, yes, it might be a bit chillier. We're going to have that roof so you can still use that outdoor space as well and make the most of that Lido deck.
Brilliant. Although you won't really have a worry about the weather because you'll be so immersed on what's going on inside the ship. You almost doesn't matter what's going on.
And you're heading to the sun. So
exactly.
As long as you know you're heading to the sun, then it's okay.
Exactly. Right, let's take our second offer then, shall we? We're almost guaranteed sunshine here, aren't we? Because we're off out into the Caribbean next. We've got an Eastern Caribbean package with an Orlando stay as well. Now, we've got dates on this one from this October right the way through to April in 2025. Now, I'm going to give you a price based on the 17th of January. We're determined to get you away in January, aren't we, on this show? We're going to fly out to Orlando first, and we've got a 3-night hotel stay there. Have you been to Orlando?
I have.
You've been everywhere, Gemma, haven't you?
Many times.
Right, what did you do when you were in Orlando then? I love gossip from other people. What did you do?
I love the shopping.
Do you?
Yes.
Because usually
Premium
people
outlets.
gravitate straight to the parks. Right, tell me about the shopping then.
It's just fab. I love Bath and Body Works, so I go and stock my case up with candles to last me the entire year.
Oh,
That's usually my first stop in Orlando.
Oh.
But yeah, I love the shopping, the premium outlets, loads of choice. You can spend a full day there, a couple of hours. Then yes, we done the parks, we've done the Universal, the Disney, but I have been quite a few times now. So you know, the more times you go, you tend to be the chill and the shopping.
Darling. She's done it. She's done it all. She's travelled the world. Amazing. It just looks great. I mean, I would love to do the parks. I've never done it, and I'm probably 2.5 times your age, and still haven't done it yet. And it just fills me with excitement, the prospect of being able to do it. So 3 nights in Orlando on International Drive, room only in a hotel, so you can do with that time as you want. Book the park tickets when you call and book your offer as well, and we'll save you some money on that. And then we're on to the Mardi Gras, and you've absolutely been on the Mardi Gras, haven't you? What was your highlight in the Mardi Gras?
One of the bars, so we've got the bar in the French Quarter, and it does the best Pimm's cocktail. Oh. Yes, so that was great. That's just a little thing, but there's so much going on the Mardi Gras. Tell
me you've been on Bolt.
Yes, once. I will never do it again. I was petrified the entire time, but I've done it once.
Did you go like at snail speed? Because you can control the speed, can't you?
It's 40 miles per hour, but there is certain points, if you're a bit of a daredevil, that you can accelerate. I didn't accelerate.
Okay. Did you have your eyes open or closed?
Bit of both. Probably closed the majority of the time. But like I say, it's definitely something to do at least once and sort of tick it off the list. Not many people can say that they've, rode a roller coaster at sea or on a cruise ship. And
the one thing that Carnival for me stood out even before introducing zones onto the Mardi Gras, so different looking and feeling areas, is you always get a feeling of when you move into a different bar or a different lounge, different restaurant, it feels and looks different. But bringing the zones into Mardi Gras has really turned the page on that, hasn't it?
We do it because not everybody wants to do the same things. Some things that interest you might not interest me. So the way that we do that is that, as cheesy as it sounds, there's something for everyone. So whether you want to go and watch a show in the theatre, or on Mardi Gras we have the main atrium where we do like aerial acrobatic shows, or whether you want to go and see some comedy or have a drink or sit outside, you will find it in the different areas, something that's suitable for you.
Yeah, it's brilliant. I love the fact that they are so very, very distinct as well. Lots of specialty dining as well. Guy's Burgers is there, but there's also a Guy's what is it called? Pig and Anchor Smokehouse as well, which is one of the specialty dining in there. It's all smoked meats and pulled this, that, and the other.
The good thing with Mardi Gras though, so on our other ships where you'd usually pay for Kachina, our Asian, and the Pig and Anchor, it's included complimentary on Mardi Gras.
Oh, hello.
So again, a little bit of extra that you're saving. You can visit that a couple of times during your cruise, and it's complimentary. And we do that again to spread everyone out along the ship so that not everyone's going to the main dining.
Awesome. Right, let's see where this cruise is going then, because we're on board for 7 nights. First couple of days are at sea, which is brilliant. So you get to do lots, especially the roller coaster. Then you go into San Juan in Puerto Rico. You've got old and new to explore here. Vibrant bars, or explore the old town and just watch the world go by. Then we're going into the Dominican Republic. Amber Cove is the port here. You can take a rainforest trek. There's waterfall adventures there, or the tropical Taino Gardens, which are top of lots of people's list here as well, which is beautiful. Then we go into Turk and Caicos, into Grand Turk, which looks very, very relaxed and chilled as well. Really, really nice. Retreat to a beach there with a really good book and a cool drink. You can kayak and paddleboard the wonderful waters here as well. Then we come back into Port Canaveral, and that's where sadly we leave Mardi Gras to then fly back to the UK and book the next cruise, because that's what you do. That's absolutely what you do, if you haven't already, while you're on board, of course, because there are lots of tempting offers to book your next cruise while you're on board, usually, Gemma, aren't there?
Yeah, although we have changed that slightly because our travel agents are so important, we'll do that sort of on the return. So you can then, when you come back, you can get the flavour of what you want to do, come back, pick up the phone to your agent and they'll be able to tell you what offers are there.
Oh, we love you even more for that. We love you even more for that. Fantastic. Right, OK, let's have a look at this offer then. It is for January. As you can see, there are other date ranges here as well, so the price will vary on those date ranges. But on this date, included in the price, of course, we've got our flight from the UK out to Orlando. We've got 3 nights in a hotel in Orlando as well, and then 7 nights of Carnival cruising on the Mardi Gras to the Caribbean. And of course, then that flight back to the UK from Orlando. Again, we can do low deposit on this as well, which is lovely, just £250 each to make this price work for you. And this is a price you will definitely make work for you, because who's got their diary for 2024 yet? Anyone? Gemma? No?
Not yet.
No, absolutely not. No one's thinking that far ahead, are they? But you can get your holiday plans all sorted, and in that diary that you haven't even got yet, just put it on a post-it note on the fridge, just to remind yourself, oh yeah, in January, we are going away for 11 nights. Fantastic. You can add a drinks package onto this offer as well while you're on board, and there are other dates available. In fact, you could be going from October, so you could go even sooner if you wanted to, right the way through to April in 2025, whenever that is. It feels like a million miles away, but you can put the plans in place right now with a low deposit as well. Have a look at the upgrades for this as well, because it's superb. £99 more to go ocean view, $249 for a balcony, or $599 there for a suite. What will we get in a suite, Gemma, out of interest?
It depends which ones that you go for. They all do vary, but they tend to be...
Give me a flavour, though.
A little bigger in space, and usually you get some little perks, so you can get priority embarkation if you're in a suite as well.
Marvellous. That sounds lovely. I do like a bit of priority embarkation. It does make you feel very, very, very well to do, doesn't it? Listen, if you want to know more, give our team a call. Remember, we are here to talk to you 7 days a week, 0800 953 4700. Now, Gemma Ashworth is my special guest in this show from Carnival Cruise Line, and I can't believe, Gemma, we've got through halfway through the show, more than halfway through the show, and I haven't mentioned why. We've got a great big spinning wheel in front of us right now with the Carnival Cruise Line edition of Monopoly, which you say even you can't get hold of.
No, I was very shocked when I come in. I was like, how have you got hold of that?
Yeah, this is like hen's teeth in the Monopoly world, let me tell you. Well, listen, this, although it is so rare and we should really hang on to it for as long as we possibly can, we are going to give away to one of you in a little competition. And all you've got to do is really, really simple. There's no hoops of fire to jump through. There's no multiple choice questions. You don't need to go back and watch the show again to get a clue from somewhere. All you need to do is drop us an email and tell us why you love watching us here at Cruise1st TV. That's it. Listen, I mean, even if you don't love it, just make up a reason and this could be yours. studio@cruise1st.tv. Of course you love it. You wouldn't be here otherwise, would you? Here's our email address, studio@cruise1st.tv. And Mr. P, when are you setting the end date for this one? Do you know yet? Oh, it'll be on the screen. Right. OK, so make sure you've emailed in by the date on the screen and you've got a chance. Oh, it's got all jerky now. It's been perfect all the way through. It's got all jerky now. You have got the chance of winning that fantastic Carnival Cruise Line edition of Monopoly. And who doesn't love a bit of Monopoly? Who's the banker when you play? Who's the banker when you play, Gemma?
My niece.
Okay. Yeah. I'm not good. I find it just too much of a responsibility to be the banker. Anyway, listen, back to cruising then, shall we? Should we go down under? Oh my word, this is going to be such a popular cruise, let me tell you. Teaming up Carnival Cruise Line and Australia and the Great Barrier Reef is absolutely match made in heaven for me. It smiles all the way. So we're going Australia and the Great Barrier Reef with a stay in Sydney as well. Now we've got dates on this from October right the way through to May in 2025, but we're going to give you a price for the 1st of May next year. First of all, we're going to fly off to Sydney in Australia for a 4-night hotel stay. You know what I'm going to ask you, Gemma? Have you been to Sydney?
No, but it's firmly on the bucket list.
Is it?
Yes.
Good. Oh, I found somewhere she hasn't been. Hooray, hooray, hooray. Well, Sydney's wonderful. I mean, have you been to Australia at all?
No.
Okay, no, me too. And I really, really want to because it looks a fascinating country. What's not to love about just everything we have in our mind, all the pictures we have in our mind about Australia, which all comes from Neighbours and Home and Away and things like that, I know, but it's all about beaches and it's all about, you know, having a free and easy time, especially if you're on holiday. I'm sure it's very different if you live there, like anywhere, but going on holiday down to Australia, I mean, that means you really have travelled, doesn't it?
It does.
It looks incredible. Now, we can hook you up with tours in Australia as well, by the way. There's a lovely little half-day tour you can do around Sydney. Of course, you know straight away. You've seen on the pictures already, the Harbour Bridge, the Opera House, the wonderful beaches as well. Incredible. So you've got 4 nights there. So you've got like a holiday in itself, isn't it? Then we're going on board to Carnival Splendor, and we've got 10 nights on board Carnival Splendor. This is going to be such a great cruise. This is going to be a bit, I fancy quite a busy cruise as well, because you're going to ports for the Great Barrier Reef, which you'll definitely get off and go and see. But what's on board in terms of your offering can keep you very energetic all day and all night, can't it? Yeah,
it's the same as all the other Carnival ships, Joe. You've got so much going on. Whether you want to chill out in the spa, be around the pool, on the water slides, whatever it may be, you'll find it on board the Carnival Splendor.
Which is excellent as well. And of course, something we haven't really touched on so far is that Carnival are pretty much global in terms of who they appeal to as well, particularly families as well, because there's something where there's plenty of activities for mum, dad, the kids and people of all ages to all do together as well, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly that. We get so many multi-generational families sailing with us and it's for that reason. So there's something for mum and dad to do on their own, something for the kids to do on their own, the grandparents, and then stuff to do as a family as well.
And that's not just kids clubs, that's lots of activities that the whole family can all be doing at once. And talking of having kids with you as well, food offerings kind of work really well for that as well, because kids are a bit more grab and go, burger and fries kind of thing, aren't they? And mum and dad might just want to escape off for that romantic dinner for 2. Yeah,
so you've got all of that. You've got things like the burger joint. We have kids menus in all of the main restaurants, so whether they want to choose off the main menu or they want the more child-friendly, your burgers, your chicken nuggets, stuff like that, you can get all of that. And we even do babysitting service for under 11s as well that mum and dad can pay for if they do want to go off and maybe go to the steakhouse for a nice meal. And, you know, kids might not appreciate a steak, they can put them into the babysitting.
Good to know. Here is where we're going. We've got 10 nights of sailing, first 2 days at sea, and then we're into Airlie Beach. Now, this is Whitsunday Islands and the Great Barrier Reef as well. I'm sure you're going to be taking an excursion out to the Barrier Reef in this port. Looks absolutely wonderful. Then round into northern Queensland, into Cairns there, so not too far away. We've got lush jungles, coral seas, massive popular holiday destination for Australians as well, so really, really popular here. You can go to a crocodile farm, apparently. Port Douglas is next, which is another base for visiting the Great Barrier Reef as well. Also, the Daintree Rainforest is here as well, which is really, really lovely. If you're staying more locally, there's great shopping and boutique and restaurants close by. Willis Island will be scenic cruising past Willis Island as well. This is in the Coral Sea Islands territory. Absolutely beautiful here. I mean, this is just a feast for the eyes as well. You've got so much going on the ship and wonderful scenic cruising as well. Then we go into Moreton Island, Tangalooma. So this is just off the coast near Brisbane. Now, this is somewhere you can have so many adventures, as you can see here, be it helicopter adventures, quad bike tours, snorkeling, the wrecks and the turtles there. There's a desert safari, sand tobogganing. You have got, oh my word, so many different choices there. It looks, what an exciting day that would be, hey?
I know.
It looks brilliant, doesn't it? And then we will sail back into Sydney and then fly back to the UK. I think this package is absolutely perfectly put together, I have to say, because you are obviously travelling a long way to get down to Australia. So to have your 4 nights in a hotel in Sydney before you start your cruise is just absolutely perfect, because you almost wouldn't want to go all that way and not have a decent chunk of time to see Sydney and to explore it. And actually, to be able to come back from that holiday and say to people, you know, when people said, well, how was Sydney? You know, if you were just there for 1 night, you'd be like, oh, I don't really know. I saw the airport, saw the hotel, and then went to the cruise. That was that. 4 nights means you've really explored and you've really experienced as well. So, price I'm going to give you for May, which is 16 nights in total, remember, will include the flight from the UK to Sydney in Australia. Remember, that's a long journey, that one, but you get it out of the way at the beginning, which is brilliant. And you sleep all the way back anyway, it's fine. 4 nights in a hotel in Sydney in Australia, that's room only, so you can explore Sydney as you want to. 10 nights of cruising on the Carnival Splendor then around Australia with those brilliant ports for the Great Barrier Reef. Lots of scenic cruising as well around Willis Island. And of course, at the end of the cruise, your flight back to the UK from Sydney that you'll sleep all the way through, I'm almost sure. Low deposit on this one as well. You can put down just £250 each today to make this happen. How the heck? I've only just seen this price tag here. Is this for real? You're going to have to double check this, Mr. P. This is the first show of the day we're recording, so it's like first thing in the morning. Is that definitely right? Because we've got the team in the building right now. Is that absolutely right? Because wouldn't you think that that was just the flights to Australia and back? Wouldn't you? And maybe a night or 2 in a hotel. Not a 10-night cruise on top of that. How, are you sure, Mr. P? Absolutely. Does that look right to you? It doesn't look right to me. I mean, that's ridiculous. I've never seen... Okay, let's have a look at the upgrades then, shall we? Because if the base price is that low, I mean, I've seen some time. I mean, I've seen some deals over the years. But we're absolutely sure, right, team? Okay, listen, well, get yourself on the phone lines as quickly as you possibly can. I should just tell you that as a company, we're a massive global company in the cruise industry, and we have a brand in Australia as well. We make TV for a Down Under as well. And I think even the Australians would be looking at this and going, oh, actually, do you know what? I'll book it through you. How good is that? It's ridiculous. You can add a drinks package on board as well, very, very simply. And there are other dates on this package from as soon as October this year, right the way through to May in 2025. Now, the price will vary by date. I wonder how many other dates might match that price tag. I wouldn't have thought any. I wouldn't have thought any at all. That's ridiculous. Are we absolutely, yeah? Do you know what Mr. P has got our head of product sat right next to him who's saying, yep, Derek, absolutely. Get people to call as quickly as you can. Remember, once Carnival Splendor on this offer, all the cabins are full, that deal's done. So you want to act on it right now, considering you can put a deposit of just £250 each right now. You know, you said you hadn't been to Australia, Gemma.
I was literally just thinking that I might be going sooner than I realised.
This is the offer, isn't it?
Yes.
That is crazy. I don't know. I honestly, I know there are things that you can't tell me and everything else, but like I can't believe we've been able to put that deal together.
Yeah. The guys are experts at what they do. They get the best flights to go with the cabins and the hotels, and they've come up with a
That's crackers. That's crackers. Okay, how do we go from that back to Monopoly? Well, yeah, just to keep that price on the screen, let's just remind you of our competition as well to win it's like the hen's teeth of Monopoly editions. The Carnival Cruise Line Monopoly edition, celebrating their 50th birthday. All you got to do is drop us an email, studio@cruise1st.tv. Tell us why you love watching us. That's all you got to do. Right, Gemma, thank you so much. Come back again very, very soon, won't you? Because if you've got deals like that on the table, I'm definitely wanting you back here. And enjoy your lovely cruise as well.
Thank you.
Oh, you lucky person. Listen, thank you so much for your company. I'm still dumbstruck by this price tag. Act upon it really, really quickly. Call now. See you later.